Hey people, what's up? It's Brooklyn here. Yeah, so um, I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things that's been a problem for me in the past couple of weeks, or not even the past month or so. Um, hold on, let me put you here. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I wanted to share with you things that have been bothering me for the past couple of months or month to couple of weeks or so. Sorry about the lighting. You know, very bright light here. But yeah, so it's been bothering me, and I'm just gonna go through with you story time really, and just first go through with you the basics of what I am trying to talk about here in this video, which is, I'm just gonna go through the basics. Okay, so you all know that I'm transgender, I'm a trans man, I'm female to male transgender, and basically I have a family on my dad's side that is not too forthcoming, or where I'm gonna get out of the light. It wasn't too forthcoming about me being trans. They weren't too forthcoming about me coming out as lesbian all those times ago. And so, you know, they're like really religious people, Christians, black Christians, Jamaican, majority of them. And so initially they didn't like it. You know, people like, you know, Christians, they shun it completely, saying about Sodom and Gomorrah and all that crap. That's a sin and God didn't make it that way, he didn't make a mistake, da, 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 da. Well, you know, recently my grandma, my dad's mom, passed away, and you know, I came to my grandma's house, and my dad was there. It was just me and my dad at the time, and then I saw my grandma's body there, lying there lifeless. And that day, time moved on, it came to evening, and my family came one by one, or two by two, whatever. The animals went in two by two, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went in two by two, hurrah, hurrah. But anyway, so yeah, so you had my Auntie Rose there. No, not the first time. You had my Auntie Pauline. You had my three older cousins that were there, and my other older cousin, who's also like my cousin-in-law, who is my cousin's fiance, She brought her three little sons, and yeah, I was eating, and then I finished eating, and I was just watching TV, minding my own business, and I had my ankh on. I don't wear the ankh anymore. I wear the cross. Um, God told me to wear the cross. Um, I'm Christian myself. I don't have a problem with, you know, the cross. I don't have a problem with the ankh. I don't have a problem with it, you know, like, I don't have a problem with it, you know. There is different variations of the ankh. There's the ankh with the eye of the Ra on it, the eye of Horus. There's ankh with an owl on it. There's ankh that is just plain old ankh, no fixtures on it, no markings on it, no nothing on it, just plain old ankh. I'm just gonna get that. I'm gonna wear that. Like it's like this, but it will have no like markings on it. I'm gonna get that. But anyway, forget about that. I was wearing ankh. I was wearing my black clothing. I like to wear black clothing, and I like I don't know, like my favorite color is black. You know. And anyway, so I dressed like a boy because I am a man. I'm a man. I dress masculine. That's just the way I am. I just dress masculine because I'm a trans man. I identify as a male. So um, when I went there and I was sitting there and I was minding my own business, watching TV, my family, they decided to come at me with all this, you know, Bible bashing and stuff like that, saying, you know, it's wrong for you to be gay and stuff like that. Sodom and Gomorrah, this, that, and the other. God didn't make you that way. God didn't make a mistake with you. That you're not supposed to dress like a boy. You're supposed to dress like a girl. You as a girl child, you're supposed to wear dresses. Da 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 da. You're supposed to have a husband who loves you, get married, have kids, blah de blah de blah, nice house, a full-time job. I was like, oh my goodness. And then, because at the time, I was with my ex, who's my girlfriend at the time, who was trans, or I suspect she was trans. She wasn't intersex. She claimed herself to be trans and intersex. I really think she was trans. Okay, that's another story I'll leave for another video. Um, but I was with my girlfriend at the time, and we were supposed to who lived in Louisiana, US, and I was supposed to go and see her, spend some time with her in the US. I had my passport and everything, my visa ready, um, and they knew about it. Because my dad told my auntie, like, oh, without my permission, by the way, but asking me first, he told my auntie, oh, um, she, old name, is moving to US to be with this to be with this person, um, and I'm not letting it happen. I'm not gonna let this happen because it's wrong. Suppose something happened to her up there, rare tear 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 tear, and I'm like, okay. So I got pissed off with him and upset with him for telling her like these things without my permission, without running by me first at least, because okay, yes, she's my auntie and we're related and we're blood, but she don't hardly come to see me. I haven't seen her, like, I'm not really around her enough for her to know about my business, my private life. So why should she know about things about me? Why? Unless I tell her, that's different. You know, if I tell you something, if I tell you, yo, this is what's happening, this is this in my life, this is this is a decision I make, this is this, that's different. I've told you directly, because it's my thing, my personal things. I am allowed to tell you because my personal things. Whereas somebody else, they hold personal information about me. They have no right to tell my personal information to somebody without running by me first, or at least asking me first, or whatever. I think that's disrespectful, and to me that was disrespectful what he did. But anyway, my dad don't agree with me being trans. He doesn't accept me as trans, so it's one of them. But anyway, my so shit kicked off at my grandma's, and like, you know, my auntie telling me all this stuff, and then my dad went and said, oh yeah, she is going to move to the US with this transvestite. And transvestite already is a red flag word, because when you are referring to a transgender person, transvestite should not come out of your lips. That's wrong. That transvestite is not a term used to call someone who's transgender, because transvestite and the word transgender are two different things. They're two different meanings, they're two different things. Transvestite is not transgender. Transgender is not transvestite. So to call a person who's transgender transvestite is very, to that person, is very insulting, and it's not something that, it's something that's frowned upon in the trans world. Excuse me. Very flaky at the top. Very flaky. It's not. Milk's not off of that. It's from the cap. Anyway, so already I was like, transvestite? What the hell? No. And they're just old school. They're very uneducated about trans world. And what it means to be trans, and what is trans. So, you know, I kind of understand from their point of view, but coming out with these words so flippantly was made me feel very uncomfortable. And me being trans, or identifying the way that I identify, and them misgendering me, calling me by my assigned gender at birth name, and female pronouns and all this stuff. And at the time I was in a relationship with my ex, calling her transvestite really hurt me. Saying all these things, you know, like so that was the first bit of bashing towards me. The second bit of bashing happened. I came to my grandma's again, and they came. This time, some of the family members that was there the first time were there. Some of the other family members that were there the first time weren't there. So my auntie Pauline, a couple of my cousins, and my other auntie Rose was there. My uncle was there and everything, and again, my other cousin was there, and again, you know, bashing me again. And this time it was more close to the funeral dates. So they were like, you should be wearing, when you come to the funeral, I want you to wear a dress and, you know, look like a girl and not a boy. Because you are not a girl, you are not a boy, you're a girl. And I'm like, nodding and smiling. I didn't really say anything, I was nodding and smiling. I didn't feel like saying anything. Because why should I explain myself when you already know I'm transgender? Why should I explain myself? Why? Not even that. Why should I explain myself to people that are hardly in my life? You hardly around me. My dad is, so I can explain to my dad. My dad has more rights to know about me being transgender than you do, because you are not hardly in my life or hardly around me. My dad comes around me more often than you do. They don't come around me. The only times I get to see them is family functions like funerals or, you know, and that's it. But other than that, they're not around me. So why comment on my life? Why are they commenting on me? Just because my dad gave them opportunity to, that don't mean they should. My parents, when my mum was alive, my parents could not tell me how to dress, because when I hit the age, adult stage, and the right age, I was telling them, no, you're not telling me how to dress. I'm of age now. I can dress how I want to dress, how I feel comfortable dressing. So all the things that was on the tip of my tongue that I could have said, I should have said, I didn't come out with it because I felt out of respect for my grandma, I'm not going to come out with these things. So I held it back. Okay. Because a lot of things really hurt me, and they didn't really, I don't think they realised how much it hurt me, that it did hurt me in the first place. But anyway, moving on, they bashed me again and telling me I should wear a dress to the funeral, and my aunt was like, come Friday, I'm going to take you shopping, give you some money, you buy a dress and some flat girly shoes and shit. I'm like, yeah, right. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, right, okay, like that's never gonna freaking happen. Let's put that's not gonna happen. Now, I'm a believer of God, okay? I'm a believer of God. I'm a great believer of heaven and hell. I'm a great believer of God, okay? And Jesus and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm Christian too. Do you know what I mean? I'm not wearing this for the fun of it, just because it's red and one of my favorite colors. I like black and white, red. I'm not wearing it for the fun of it. I'm wearing it because I know what this means, and this means a lot to me. You know, I wear it, you know, and I'll talk more about that in the next video, in another video. But anyway, I felt so uncomfortable. I felt like I wasn't worth shit. I felt like they were ignoring my feelings and they didn't give a shit about my feelings. You know, I felt so lonely in that room. Like, I felt like all the colour, like they had colours and I was just like black and white. I felt like the colour went out of me, like the life went out of me. I just froze. I couldn't say or do anything. As much as I wanted to, and all the fibres of my body was screaming, say something, do something, stick up for yourself, say this, say that. I had everything in my head to say, but I just froze because I was shocked at the amount of things that were coming at me, negativity coming at me through them, from them, to me. And it was just so diabolical, you know. I'm there for my grandma and my dad, and also for my grandma, to pay respects to my grandma, and they're coming at me with this. So anyway, that came and went, that day came and went. And I thought to myself, I'm going to dress at the funeral how I want to dress. I already had the suit prepared, you know, I had my suit prepared. So what, you know? And I'm like, you know, I'm gonna go to a funeral, I'm gonna dress in a suit, and they can't do nothing about it. What are they gonna do? Force me to rip off my clothes at the funeral? Come on, in front of how many people? That doesn't ring true to me. So I went to the funeral. There at the funeral now, dressed in a suit. Everyone looked at me like, no one said anything. A lot of people in my family that didn't see me for years or haven't met me at all, came up to my dad to greet my dad, and looked at me like, who is this? Oh, and my dad's like, it's my daughter Bianca. Um, and I'm like, screaming like, what? And I'm like, one, that's not my name. I don't identify as that. Two, I'm not your daughter, I'm your son. And three, why don't I just tell them that I'm your daughter, your son? And I'm Brooklyn. What the hell? Like a lot of them was like, is this your son? And my dad would look like, no, it's my daughter. And I was like, what? That moment really made me feel sick and angry at the same time, and upset, and all the negative feelings that you'd feel. Very dysphoric moments is with my family. So yeah, it was very horrible. But then another feeling came. A good feeling came when my big cousin that was there, who stuck up for my auntie, the first time they bashed me in my grandma's house, she came up to me, behind me, and hugged me and says this, I'm proud of you for who you are, for who you've become, and I still love you, and you're beautiful the way you are now, and kissed me and hugged me, and wow, that feeling that came over me was so warm. I felt loved. I felt like, you know what, at least I got my cousin's support. Then other people were calling me sir, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I felt so good. So anyway, that was my story. For anybody that any trans person that's going through that with their family, who like to talk, I'm a listening ear, who like to talk, leave your comments down below. If there's any other videos, if there's any other subjects that you would like me to talk about and discuss in in upcoming videos, leave comments down below. If you want to like, if you like this video, like it. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. If you thought this is helpful and you relate to this video, the subjects in this video, like, subscribe, whatever, comment, whatever. You're more than welcome. You know, on my phone, mobile phone, right now I ain't got them. I'm really pushed for money to make these videos better. So when I do get the money and I do get a proper stuff, I will make these videos better. Make an intro for my videos, because I think these videos are quite plain. But yeah, like, you know, if there's anything else that you would like me to discuss, drop it in the comments. But for now, I'm gonna go because I got a lot of things to do today. And you know, got a busy day today. So for now, this was Brooklyn. You've been good. I love you guys, and peace.